Hey everybody, as promised, I'm going live here on my wall. Just waiting for it to catch up. I'm hoping it's working because I have never got this to successfully work yet. So crossing my fingers. It's going to start showing up in places. It's set up to go on my Facebook wall, which I don't see it on my phone yet. And it is also set up to go to YouTube. But I have no idea if I'm live. So I'm going to try and figure this out and see if I'm going live right now. I have no idea. I'm trying. I'm on Restream. I don't know. I didn't have luck with it last time. And yeah. So if anybody can let me know if they see me somewhere, somehow, that'd be great. Oh, there I am. Okay, I know I'm on Facebook. I can see me. Hey, everybody. And I'm sorry if the background's a little shaky behind me. This is a progress. It's been a huge process because I had to turn around and I'm trying to find out if I'm on YouTube live too. So bear with me. Once I see that it's live on both, then I will be a little more calm. If I just go home, will it be there? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm here and you can hear me, I think. Let me know. Can you hear me? Because I've had trouble with my mic today. I couldn't get it to go live on my phone. It would not let my phone turn on the mic for whatever reason. I went into the phone settings. I went into the Chrome settings. I went into all the settings I could find, and I couldn't get it to do that. So that's why we're here in my little virtual office in my living room. I'm actually sitting at my desk, and as you can tell, this is an image behind me, and I use it in my Zoom videos. It's what I imagine my studio would look like if I had one. And that would be the Apatite Studio, named after the Apatite crystal. I now have a bracelet. I'm so excited. And the logo for that has a butterfly made out of actual crystals that I took pictures of and assembled on canvas. So let me know, can you hear me? Because I've had trouble with my mic in the last little bit, and I want to know in the comments on Facebook, if somebody can tell me if they can hear me, that would be fantastic. I would be thrilled. And yeah, I see I'm live. And I see there was somebody watching. I don't know. I need to know if you can hear me. I need to know if I'm on YouTube. Let me see. Does it show me live on YouTube? I don't know. But when I get to that, it's going to be like probably glitchy for a second because I'll have to I'll have to mute it when I find it on YouTube and hopefully still be able to talk here. Turn this volume up. Still no comments. Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Okay, if I go here and then I look for live, does it show me live? I don't know. Let's see, what have I got here? All podcasts. I'm just checking to see if I can verify if I'm live on YouTube as well, because that would be wonderful. Then I'd know I'm okay to go ahead. And also, if you're able to tell me on Facebook below this video, if you can hear me, that would be great, because I've had some tech issues and I need to know. So I'm going to go to my phone. I'm going to type, "Can you hear me?" and see what it says. Oops. Oh, okay. Can you hear me? Because if not, I'm just going to probably ditch the live stream and go ahead with I'll go live just without Restream because technical difficulties. Wow. Or, StreamYard, but one of them. I'm trying to get it to go live in more than one place at once so that more people have a chance to see me do what I'm here to do. Okay, so let me see here. If I go like that. Okay, I will see if somebody replies, and I really hope they do soon. But I'm trying to figure out, I'm on YouTube and my videos. If I'm live on my YouTube, it should show somewhere, right? Like, you'd think, because I'm supposed to be. But yeah, I'm here to talk about my books, and I want to open my packages. They're right here. You can hear me? That's some ASMR. I have my scissors. I have the books. I'm ready to go, but I need to know if people can hear me talk, because this will be pretty boring if you can't hear me. Okay, and let's see. So it says it's linked to my default one from my webcam. But like I said, I've had some issues with tech. Wow, have I ever. And I did a whole Zoom meeting and I felt like I was behind the 8 ball because I couldn't get into the conversation because my mic wouldn't work. I had to turn on my phone so I could talk, and I had video on my computer. It was just, tech is just not always fun, but that doesn't mean it's going to win. Okay, so I'm really, really curious. Can anybody hear me? Okay, I'm going to risk an echo and turn on the volume just to see if I can hear myself. Okay, so I'm really, really curious. Can anybody hear me? Okay, so I can hear myself, which means you can hear me. You just have to be here and watch. And I turned it off, of course, because, well, yeah. All right, so I've got the video here. Turn it sideways. Okay, there we go. All right, and comments. Do I see comments? Oh, it's giving me CC as well. Cool. All right, so I'm going to go back to the screen where I can kind of see if anybody's here. I know you can hear me. Sweet. YouTube, I don't know what's going on over there. If I go to content, I mean, it should show me, right? Nope. Nothing. So if I go back to YouTube, I'd like to see me on both screens. That'd be cool. It's not like I'm a big fancy professional production company here. I am just trying to see if I can get this all, the tech all working. So your channel history playlist, watch later, like videos. Where do you see? Oh, there it is, live. Okay, I found the live button. Now I'm going to find me if I'm here. Live, search, and I'll put my name and see if it works. I see Tishpiration Station. I see my welcome video. Don't see live. I don't know if it's working, but we're here on Facebook and we have a purpose. So I'm just going to keep on going. If you have any comments, I will try to get back to them later. But we have some exciting things to do today. So now that I've given people time to realize I'm here and hear me, I see I have some people watching. Hello out there. Drop a comment. Let me know who you are and say hi. This is a day I've been waiting for a couple of years. I have 3 books published, and there's only 2 of them that I have laid my hands on until today. My 3rd book, which is book 1 of the Red Band series, is somewhere in this stack. I have the envelopes on top, the boxes underneath, the scissors here. So it's time to start getting some fun stuff going on here. And I'm going to open all the packages, even though I know what the other 2 books look like, and show you at least one of each of the books because I'd like you to know what I have available. And maybe I'll read the back of them. How does that sound? It won't take too long to do that if I just do that for my 3 books. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to open them up I'm going to read the back, show you the cover while I read the back, show you the back cover when I finish reading, and then I'll move to the next package or the next book. When I find a new book, I'll do the same thing. So I have 3 books somewhere in these packages. And of course, my scissors have the purple handles because it's me. I don't know if I need them for the envelope ones. And I expect, while I'm working here, I do expect Jazzy to show up because she's a cat. She is not on contract. She shows up whenever she wants to do whatever she wants. So these I should, oh, there's a pull. So easy. Thank you. Thank you so much, Amazon. That's awesome. No way. No freaking way. It's the first package I open. Okay, so this is book 3. I think I'll get a little anticipation going in, and I'll read this one out loud last, okay? I'm not even going to take it out of the bag until I get the other ones all open. So if the other ones are in the bag, I'm going to leave them in the bag as well, and we'll unveil those last because that's what we're here for. And then I have some news as well about the Red Pen series that I think is pretty exciting. I've made some decisions about that series. It will be 3 books. That's part of the news. Same book, okay. Leave it exactly where it is. I'll take one of them out once I get everything open. Because I think if I can find my first book first, just rip that package. I hope the books inside are okay. You know how when you get something and you're like, did they damage stuff inside? That's the other reason I'm checking all of the packages, because I want to make sure that nothing inside has it. Okay, this is my original book. So I found book 1, some of them. And let's see. They look okay. They look okay. All right, so over the shoulder, go on. I'm going to put that in the chair that I couldn't sit in because I couldn't get the phone to work. Okay, so this is my first book. And if it's backwards to you, it's called From Where I Am Sitting, A Collection of Cattails. You probably recognize it from the Floating in the Clouds image that I created because I wanted to just have a little fun with all the marketing going on around Taylor Swift and Toy Story. And when I get creative like that, sometimes I just kind of play and see what happens. So you've probably also seen pictures of me like this with this book, and it's hard to match it up, but there you go. Anybody wanted a screenshot for a meme? There you go. But this is my first book, and I wrote it in 2018, I want to say. I'll check the copyright page. I'll give you a flip through in a second here. 2018, yeah. And this book has been the bestseller. It's reached number 22 on the Amazon list. So it has had some traction. I'd love to get it some more because it is a memoir narrated by cats, and that's not something you see every day, especially out of my brain. And it started a theme with the author Tish MacWebber. I actually put a talking cat somewhere, even somewhere unexpected, in any book I write under this pen name. So if you find a Tish MacWebber book, you may have to go hunting in the dedication or the acknowledgments or in the middle of the book or on the back cover. Somewhere you will find a talking cat. And I'm going to read the back cover and then I'm going to show it to you. I think that's a good thing to do because it's not going, and then I'll give you like a flip through, but I have some more of them here. I'm going to put these on the side because I want to keep them in as good a shape as possible. Why is that bent? For when I am, it's upside down. For when I'm shipping them out to people, because I want to make sure everybody gets a nice copy of this book when they order it. Okay, so here we go. From Where I Am Sitting, A Collection of Cattails. All books should have at least one talking cat in them. My friend believed this with all of her heart. After she lost her battle with cancer, I was inspired to write this book. And by the way, there's an audiobook version of this that if I can sit down long enough and review the recordings, it'll go out on Audible. So that's coming for book 1. And now I'm going to reveal my age and try to read here. I was inspired to write this book to honor her, based on her quote. It was written from the point of view of the different cats in my life, including 2 chapters about my friend's cats. That's the friend that inspired the book. A funny, heartwarming read containing tales which may or may not reflect the whole truth, written in their different voices to make it authentic, at least in terms of a fictional, humorous memoir narrated by cats. Simba, continuously amazed by everything. Rascal, a cool cat with a lot of charisma. Mistletoe wrapped everyone around her little paw. Lucy, the quirky queen, and Dude, who had a fan club and loved beer. True story. This group of cats lived legendary lives, and they can't wait for you to read about their adventures. So that's the back cover blurb on this book, and I think I did pretty good for my first book with that. Now I'll show you the back cover. So all of this was designed by me. I have to give a little credit to my friend Noah for the front cover picture. Before I was really skilled in Canva, and I'm still working on those skills, she actually did tint the picture purple for me for the front cover. But you can see Dude, Lucy, Mistletoe, Rascal, and Simba. Those are my cats. There are more inside of Susan's, and you can read about those as well and all their adventures. But this is the cover photo that my friend Noah helped me with. And that's Dude licking my hair. I called that photo Hair by Dude. So just to give you a little bit of a flip through, I will try to do that here. Someone said to me once when they looked at it, it is a different font. So I'll just hold it so you can see how it's designed. It is a different font. It's called Architect's Daughter, and because it was a new thing to me, let's put this little detail at the bottom. It's a heart with a paw print inside. Yeah. So those are the little details I did in my first book. My skills did advance as I worked, and I do help other people with their books now. I will be setting a price list soon. When I work with someone on their book or any project, it is incredibly important for me to be able to have contact with them. And I know that I have a client who's been waiting a really long time for me to get to their book. It's next. I have a little bit of preparation to do on my Substack to make sure that my articles are going out on a regular basis. I currently have to write one for today, and I'm going to write some in advance so that I can work on that next book project. So you know who you are. I sent you a message. I wanted to meet in June. And if you're watching this, I have not forgotten. It's time to get things going. But it's something that I feel like I have to have the availability both in my schedule and in my mind to be able to work with someone and bring my creative best efforts to help them see the book come to life in front of them as the book they are imagining. And hopefully meet or exceed expectations. That's the goal. So if you are working on a first draft and you need somebody to make your book pretty, that would be me. I can do covers. I do as much as I can with actual photographs instead of stock photos or the fun stuff here. I did make the cover of book 3 in Canva, and I used my Canva Pro account to do that. But I now have some secrets I'm going to spill soon about what's going on over there, and I'm really excited about what's coming for the Red Pen series. But that's book 1, From Where I Am Sitting, collection of cattails. Now I'm going to keep opening the packages. I have 3 boxes, and one of them at least is going to have the newer book, and I'm guessing that's the smaller box, although it could have those. I don't know. I ordered 16 or 15 books of the new book, and then I ordered 7 and 7 of the other 2. So I have 3 of the other 2, and I think I have 8. So I don't know how they package them, but there's 3 boxes left. So let's go. I'm gonna move my keyboard. Yeah, this is me unhinged. Here we go. But, you know, I like to have fun. I like to do different things. I like to try things and see what happens. So this restream, I have no idea if it's working over on YouTube. I had to connect the account again before I started, so I don't know if I missed a step or what's going on, but I'll find out. And maybe there'll be comments over there for me to answer later about what I do and how I can help people. Okay, I know everybody's going to panic if they see me going the wrong way with the scissors, but it's not for the whole thing. I just don't want to cut into the books as I use scissors to open the box, right? Okay. I don't know if it says what books are in here. Kind of ruins the surprise, doesn't it? Once I review the books, then I'm going to go to my emails, and they wanted a review on the shipment and delivery and all that jazz, but I'm not going to do that until I make sure all the books are in good shape. I thought that was, you know, I don't want to say you did a great job. Oh wait, they're broken. No. Okay, so the start of this is more of book 1. I don't know if there are different books in here or not, so I'm just going to tip it. It's pretty snug. Look how snug they are in there. Right size box for the books. And yes, they are all the same. I don't want to put that there because that's going to throw somebody off. My little jazzy. If she comes along, she comes from this side, so, and she'll come onto my desk. So I had 4 more copies of book 1, all in good shape. 1 stack done. That's 7 books. I didn't count the other ones. They may all be there, but I don't think they're. I have 7 of my second book, Tish MacWebber, The Art of Surprising Yourself, and one of these 2 boxes must have those. That's my beautiful new book on top. So if there's mixed in there, I don't want to open those until last. Yes, I said beautiful. She is beautiful. So let's go to this one. This one must have the Tish MacWebber book, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to dig through because they're all supposed to have been delivered. But it's very exciting because she's new. I have not seen or held a new book yet, and it's new as in a couple years old, but it's new to me, new to being in my hands. And there's just something about holding books that you've written. It's hard to explain. They call it birthing book. I don't know if I'd go that far. I've never had children. I don't know if it qualifies or not. But okay, this is just ridiculously hard to open. Here we go. Okay, this is the Tish MacWebber book. I can open this one quickly. Number 2. I don't know if all 7 are in here or not. But yay, paper, craft paper. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is all the right books. So the rest of the books are all my new book. Nope. So I'll take the top one. And I'll put the box aside. Okay. Anybody save craft paper? I'm thinking about saving this for making crafts. Scrapbooking, you know, ripping paper and putting it in. So I think I'm going to save that. I'll throw it over on the chair for now because I wasn't able to go there. And I can put the scissors away. I think I've got everything open now. If you have any questions, please do drop them in the comments. I may not catch them right away because I'm live and busy, but I will definitely respond as soon as I can. So this is my second book, and one of these is already spoken for. I have a friend who's been waiting for this book, so I'm really happy that we have it. This is book 2. It's called Tish MacWebber, The Art of Surprising Yourself. I promise I'm not a ghost. And this book was inspired by some things that you can read in my Substack. The original Tishpiration story of how it all started is in my Substack. It's 2 articles ago. It would have been a Friday post. I'm starting to get my groove over there. And today is the more thoughtful, emotional, serious post. And then I have another article coming out on Fridays. So Tuesdays and Fridays is the rhythm I'm going for. Haven't quite managed it yet, but I'm working on it. And with that rhythm, I'm going with a serious one and a fun one. So on Fridays, it'll be the fun article, and it'll be something that's on my heart, mind, and soul on Tuesdays. So that's the schedule over there. Now, we have book 2. And like I said, I'm going to read the back of it. Okay, let's see if I can. I like to have fun with them. If I can, if it's me on the cover. And so this one, I'm going to read the back, and then I'll show the back to you. Tish MacWebber has been full of surprises her entire life. When she became so skilled, she was even surprising herself with what she could accomplish. She realized her concept, Tishpiration, was something she had to share. After exploring the word, defining it, and putting it into action, the more people she told about Tishpiration, the more they wanted to know. In this book, you will follow Tish's journey, learn the basics of her concept, and become aware of how to add Tishpiration to your life. Your first surprise will be the introduction, and it's only the beginning. And I put at the bottom, because Tishpiration is a word I defined, I made it look like a dictionary entry at the bottom. So it's hashtag Tishpiration, because I've used hashtag on this book name to try and get a hashtag trend going. And I have the pronunciation Tishpiration, and it is a noun, and it is the art of surprising yourself. So this is the back cover. You can see Jazzy there. If she doesn't show up in person, there's her ghost version on my book. There, that's a better version. So that's where the definition is. Jazzy's here looking in the opposite direction to me with a sunflower on her cat tree. And yeah, somewhere in there she talks. Because it is a Tish MacWebber book. So to give you an idea of what the interior looks like, I'll flip through a little bit here. There are colored pages with quotes on them. I had a lot of creativity coming out of me when I did this. I don't know if I did anything fancy on any of the pages. I can't remember. I think it's just the quotes that are the artwork here. And I went with bright white paper instead of the cream colored. The cream colored is a little more sturdy and better for fiction. This is actually a inspirational short read, so it's not a fiction book. But that is book 2. Now I can get to book 3, which is very exciting. I'm going to check. I think all the books in here are in good shape. So what I'm going to do is open up the ones in the envelopes, because these are the ones that I have to check. You know, books that are shipped in envelopes are still fine generally, but I want to make sure there's no bent corners or anything, because I am claiming one of these to stay here and live here with me at my house. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, she's pretty. Very pretty. And all the corners look good. Let's see a little. That one might be mine. See a little tiny little thing in the cover there, so that one might be mine. I'm gonna put these in the box to keep them safe, and I'm gonna grab the other ones and clear space just to make sure. I gotta count them too, make sure all the ones I ordered are here. And yeah, and some more coming out. So exciting. It really is. Like, I haven't held this before in my hands, so it's really exciting. And yeah, they look like they're in good shape. They can go in the box. And I have one more box here that I opened when she was peeking out of. And I'm gonna have to count them to make sure I have the right number of all the books. There's one other thing I have to check. very curious about something, and I'll let you know what that is soon. Oh, she's so pretty. I did a good job. I did a really good job of this. And there's more coming. That kind of design on them. Oh, so pretty. And I have some more Tishration books. So they mix up the... I'll have to clean up later. Jazzy doesn't do that, apparently. That's a me job later. To pick up all the boxes and papers. So there's a stack of my Tishration books. And I don't remember how many were in the box, so I'm going to take them out. But I have 4 here. And I ordered 7, so there should be 3 in the box. Math is mathing right now. That's good. It's been a long day. And then I'll count these. And the other reason I'm really excited that I made this order is I'm redoing my website. So to have stock photos of stacks of my books, like a stack of them, is great because I can use that instead of trying to find stock photos and then put a frame on the book and then put the picture of the cover of the book and do the mock-up. I like doing real stuff when I can. I know that this behind me is not my artwork at all, and it's, you know, something I generated through an exercise I was working through to try and figure out my business model with chat. So it's just an imagination of what my studio would look like if I lived in a cartoon world with a studio that was very inviting and safe. That's what inspired that. So I've got 4 books there. I'm going to haul out these again. Look at this stack. Oh, that's great. And I have found 3 more Tishration books, so the count is good on those. And I still have more of these. All right. The glue is a little... Must have printed them fast. Okay, the glue's a little off. Okay. So let's count this stack so that I can give you the reveal on the cover and tell you what's new in this series. Ooh, so exciting. Okay, I'm going to count by 3. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and mine makes 16. This is going to be my copy. There's the cover. Isn't she gorgeous? The glossy with the pop. What do they call that? Pop art? This is something I have never held in my hands, so I'm very excited about it. And the girl with the purple hair is going to be a theme. The red pen is obviously a theme with the red pen series. This book is called Drop the Red Pen, How to Write a Book in 30 Days. And it's book 1 of the red pen series. And I'm really proud of the creativity that came out of me when I wrote this book. I did actually write about nano in this book. I will not be doing that moving forward. The math is solid, but the business does not align with me anymore. So I'm not involved or associated with NaNoWriMo anymore. If you've heard me talk about that in the past, that was before there was a, oh, what's the word? There was a bit of drama, let's say, or something along those lines that was not, it was not okay with how they handled it. So that's why I left. I pulled everything out of there, and I no longer am associated with them. But I will say that even though I'm not associated with them, the math that they've used to set up their system does work. So if you have a set number of words that you want to write in a certain period of time, divided by how many days, and you will get your book or your goal, right? So the math works. They gamified it, you know, but there was some questionable things happening that made me step away from NaNoWriMo. So I'm no longer affiliated with them, and I haven't put it anywhere really. It was on my Facebook a while back when it happened. Okay. Are we ready to hear about Drop the Red Pen book 1? I'm going to read the back cover and then I'll show it to you. And then maybe I'll have to go find supper. It's been a day. The first book in the Red Pen series is an entertaining read with lessons and giggles all the way through. Writing a book is hard, and you can do it. This book will help you get started. Up to 95% of the world's population say they want to write a book. Less than 2% of the people succeed in becoming an author. I did. Which one are you? Drop the Red Pen, How to Write a Book in 30 Days is a practical guide for anyone who dreams of writing a book. The problem most people encounter is not knowing how to get started, having the gumption it takes to stick with it until they type the end, or the lack of confidence in their own ability. Guess what? Tish MacWebber has faced all of these challenges and more on her author journey. She wants you to know that if you really want to write a book, you will find the answers you need inside. And I do have a quote on the back of this cover because I did have someone beta read it. It's another publishing company that I've published my anthology stories in their books. So the quote is on Amazon, and it says, "Quite fun. A quirky and fun look at the writing experience. Well written, with a levity that makes it feel like you really are able to do this, no matter what you think you're capable of." And it's a 5-star review, which is just delightful. But I did put that on there because it mattered. So a little bit about the creativity you'll see when I turn this around. When I wrote this, I was heavy into bullet journaling. And if you're not familiar, it is a way to create your own agenda, so to speak, and keep track of things. And there's 2 styles of bullet journaling, really. I kind of like to fall in the middle. But there's functional, where you use it just to as a notebook to keep you on track, and then you can go pretty. And you can get markers and stickers and washi tape and rip paper to put in and make layers and make it all just however you want to look. So there's functional and aesthetic. I do like aesthetic, but I want it to be functional when I work on it. And it's been a while since I've been doing that, but this is what happened. Okay, I decided to create a bullet journal inspired back cover for this book. So here it is. So you can see it looks like it has washi tape on all the corners. And at the bottom here, there's a it looks like a wax seal, and it says bonus chapter inside. So that's my 3rd book. I'm so excited. It's really been a long time coming. And if you know that where that came from, then you know. But I am thrilled to have this. I'm thrilled to hold it. I'm thrilled to share it with you. And I'm also thrilled to sign and send copies out to anybody who is ready to write their book, find some inspiration, or read some really great stories about some cats. So with that being said, now I have an announcement. I revealed the cover for book 2 in this series not that long after I published. And this week I got to play it in Canva. So the book 3 cover has been designed, the front cover. And one thing you're going to notice is this lady with the purple hair and the red glasses and the red pen is going to be a theme. The background as well. I put it all together on Canva using elements in my pro account. So I have gone through and turned this into kind of like what I imagine I would look like if I was a cartoon character, because I would totally have purple hair. I mean, I'm playing with my hair now. I do apologize for the flickering. I can't control that. It's the background and restream. So book 1 is out. Book 2 is in progress. Book 3 has a cover. That's my announcement. And it's been a while since I've started really thinking about writing again. But I've taken on projects and I've helped people. And it's time for me to start working a bit on what I'm working on, so that I can share my gifts with the world, not only by helping others, but by sharing what I can do and create with my gifts. So I hope this didn't bore you to tears. It was long. It took me a while to get going because I had to make sure I was able to be heard. But I see there's still 3 people there, so that means that somebody's watching. Thank you. And yeah, this background, I want to leave you with a little thought about that, because I'm thinking about creating like an exercise to work through with people who are like me, who have a lot of ideas of what they want to do, but they don't know how it all fits together. Because behind me, you won't be able to read it, but if I go off to the side a little bit, you're going to see that kind of stuff happens when I play. And that right there is started as a Venn diagram because I have the 3 brands, right? So I put them all together inside a snow globe type idea to make an image for it. But when I did that, I'm like, but I'm not like, crystal ball kind of a girl, even though I collect pretty rocks. But what I did was I put it together. I don't know if I can turn so you can see more. It's a Venn diagram, and I've got the 3 brands in there. I'm in the center because they're all out of my head. And I just went through an exercise with chat, and the point of it was to figure out, like, here I am with these 3 brands. Nobody really knows what I do. Nobody can keep up with me. So how do I make this all make sense and bring it together so that it works? And that's what happened. And if you're interested in going through an exercise like that with me, I'd be happy to run a workshop. So drop that in the comments if you do want to learn more about what I did with chat. And please understand that I play with chat, but it is an assistant. It is not an author. I am the author. I want to make that very clear. I play with it. I'm a dabbler, and I like to try new things. Like when I go to the grocery store, even though I have type 2 diabetes, if I see a new chocolate bar with a new flavor, I'm going to try it. That's just me. So ChatGPT came along and I'm like, I have this idea. Let's see what happens. And that's what I do. I don't rely on it 100%. It goes down rabbit holes. It can make you do the same work like it did to me yesterday on one of my projects 3 times to get it right. But that's part of learning how to use it efficiently and effectively. It can be done. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to disappear. I'm still here and I'm still doing my thing, even though I've branched out in what I use for support and I don't use it for replacement. And I think I'll end on that. I do have some plans for some marketing photos and things with these books now that they're here. I think I'm going to have to twist my husband's arm to get some pictures done. Because he does it, but it's not something he really thinks is fun. Meanwhile, I'm like, strike a pose. And that's something else I offer, is a confidence on camera masterclass. I've mislabeled it as a mastermind, but it's a masterclass on how to show up on camera with confidence and not be scared to show up as you are. Because if you let that little voice in your head tell you that you're not good enough, or you say too much so nobody's going to watch, or if you let people tell you that you're not pretty or beautiful and you don't belong on social media or in pictures or whatever, they're wrong. And my masterclass can help you work through some of those things. I have had a success story, and that is going to be prominent when I start relaunching that. It's still at the price I set, and I switched to Canadian because I live in Canada. I know there's some questions about that, but if you're not familiar with the difference between the Canadian and American exchange rates, it actually is better for everybody to have it in Canadian funds. And the reason is, if you're in Canada, you're not paying the higher American price for what you want. And if you are in America, you actually look at the price in Canadian dollars and you're not going to pay as much as you see because it's lower. And that's just a basic description, but it does help everybody because everybody is getting a deal that way instead of me charging what is going rate in America when I live in Canada, and then all my Canadian friends have to pay more because it's in American funds. So I hope that makes sense, but I am switching that over, and that's why it's actually a benefit for my American friends and for my Canadian friends. It's going to help level the playing field so I can help more people. And with that, I'm going to take myself and my butterfly scarf and I'm going to go find something else to do. Yeah, but I'm really excited to have all 3 books here and expect some fun photo shoots coming up. Maybe I can get my favorite photographer to help me with those. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And I really look forward to signing books and sending them off with all the new people who want to read them. We'll talk soon. Thanks for watching.